guys. Welcome to a new learning session on Nifty BN channel. Today we are going to talk about the currency derivative segment. We call it CDS, currency derivative segment. You can see from the slide we are going to talk mainly about the US dollar and Indian rupees. This is Forex. Consider the way that we have got options contract where you can trade in the USD INR currency pair in Indian exchanges. My name is JR. I am going to take you through this segment completely. Let's see means what we will see today. This session is going to be like the live session. We will have the contract information from the NSE website, option chain from NSE website, and for the margins and the other requirement we will go through the the margin calculator. I don't want to like go through the slides or anything. I have not done any slides for this, so the live session I am trying this for the first time. It's a strategy session. I am trying for the first time to do it directly on the websites, means not through the PowerPoint slides. Okay, so let's start with the currency segment. We will see what is there. Yeah, normally like what we do, we will first go to the NSE India website. So this is the NSE India website. So for normally for the equity market, what we do, live market, option chain, equity derivatives, this is what we do. But right now we are going to do the currency derivatives. So we'll go to the currency derivatives. You can see the option chain opens. Okay, so the option chain is similar to what we are seeing in the equity derivatives. Like if you go to the equity derivatives, you will find contract expiry and then calls and puts and all this stuff. I'll give you the major difference in the currency derivative segments option chain. The first thing what you can see is the option contract for what you are seeing, US dollar Indian rupee. Here it is always on the pair. You cannot like trade a option contract in the US dollar because US dollar does not have option contract. The contract is always for the pairs. Okay, so what are the pairs available in the Indian market for the resident Indian investors or traders to trade in the currency derivative segment? So let's go through. You can see US dollar Indian rupee, Euro Indian rupee, Great British Pound Indian rupees, GBP, we call GBP Indian rupee, Japanese yen Indian rupee, and we have got the same pair. Whatever pair we are trading against the Indian rupee, you can trade those against each other. Euro USD, Great Britain Pound USD, and USD JPY, Japanese yen. So always means for the other pair, you have the US dollar against the other pair. Okay, these are the international currency pair. You can still trade in the Indian markets. Okay, we are mainly going to focus on USD INR. I'll tell you why we have to focus on this. And the expiry date, the next difference is on the expiry date. Here you can see the expiry date is given 8th October. 8th October is Friday. Okay, our expiry on the equity segment is Thursday, and the expiry time is 3:30 in the evening when the market closes. Okay, but for the currency segment, the expiry is on Friday. Okay, and the time of expiry is also different. The time is noon, 12 o'clock. It is not going to expire at 3:30. The market trading time is entirely different for the currency segment. The trading time, I will come on the contract information, I will come, all those you will find. But right now you can take the expiry is on every Friday, and the expiry happens at 12 noon. Okay, and this is a expired option chain contract because today is 9th of October, so today is a Saturday. So what we are seeing is the expired option chain which is on Friday. I'll come to the reference rate next. You can see same like our segment. Here you can see the option chain for the USD INR is at 25 paisa strike prices. Okay, normally for the stock it is predefined, means like some stocks may have 5 rupees, some stock may have 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 50 rupees, or sometime even 1 rupee is also there for a smaller stock. But for the currencies, USD INR, it is at 25 paisa intervals. Just you keep in mind that it is 25 paisa, means you can take only the 25 paisa different strikes. Like for Nifty it is 50 and for Bank Nifty it is 100. Same way for the USD INR it is 25 paisa difference. So let's go back to the reference rate. So what this reference rate means is this reference rate is equal to the spot. Okay. Consider that this is equal to the spot. Just for a easier understanding. Normally for our index and stock, the expiry price is what? The expiry price is the spot value at the time of 3:30. Okay. For currencies, the spot price is determined by our RBI. That rate what RBI gives, that rate is called FIBIL rate, that is FBIL rate, and that comes at every day at around 5 o'clock evening IST, because 5 o'clock is the last trading time for the currencies. Okay, and it gives a reference rate. All the options which are call options which are above this rate will expire worthless, and all the put options which are below this rate will expire worthless. Okay. So now you know what is the FIBIL rate. FIBIL rate is equivalent to the spot of this contract. Okay. So let's see this expired option chain. So we will go to the next week, because 8th means next it will be 14th. So 14th of October, you can see the 14th of October is Thursday, because Friday is a holiday, so it is expiring on Thursday. Okay. So 14th of October, you can see that the USD INR, the strike prices and the premiums. Okay. Always remember that for any currency pair which involves INR, Indian rupees, the fear is on the call side, not on the put side. The value increasing is having a more fear than the value decreasing. Like the USD INR, today the rate is 75 rupees. Okay. Going to 77 is the fear, means which happens, likely it will happen, but going to 70 or 65, the chances are very less. So the fear is not on the downside, means USD INR crashing down is not going to happen now, means that will not happen. The USD INR gaining means in the favor of USD is highly likely. Okay. So that is why the premiums on the call side is always higher than the premiums on the put side. Okay. Just remember this. The call side premiums are always higher than the put side premium. Next week it is showing a bit different, but generally the call side premiums are always higher on the currency pairs than the premiums of the put contracts. Okay. So again, the 25 paisa difference is there. Okay. So just get familiarized with the option chain. You will not have so many liquid strikes in this contract. So you will have 75 is your spot or the current value. You can have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maximum 6 contracts on the up and down. You will have on the put side also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 contracts, and the call side also about 6 contracts. So you will not get more than that. So the movement in the currencies are also like that. Tomorrow USD is not going to open at 80 rupees. Okay. It can maximum open 30 to 50 paisa more, not more than that. Means 2 strikes, 2 to 3 strikes only. So that is what the option chain will also reflect. So it is showing only 5 to 6 strikes which are liquid. You can see the number of contracts open interest and the number of contracts open. You can see huge amount of contracts. There are so many people who are trading in the currency segment, but the retail investor, not many people are aware about this or how to trade. So people start trading in the stock options and index options, but there is a big market in the currency options also. The world's biggest market is forex market. Okay, but in India, our derivative market, the equity derivative market is the largest. The currency is still picking up, but we have good amount of contracts open. And just the important point, this is same like index options. The settlement happens in cash. There is no physical delivery involved, because you are not going to get USD delivery or you have to give USD delivery, means that is not going to happen. The complete contracts are cash settled. same like our index options. Okay, let us go through the contract information for USD. Before that, we will see what why I am telling only USD INR. So right now you are seeing USD INR. This is on 14th October expiry. Okay, let us just see the other 1, 2, 3 contracts are still there. Okay, US Euro Indian Rupee, Great Britain Pound Indian Rupee, and Japanese Yen Indian Rupee. Let us see this contract how it is. This is for the next week. Do we have any contract here? Nothing. It's not open. Great British Pound Indian Rupee contracts are not open. 8th, no, we'll go to 14th. Nothing is there. Japanese Yen, it's only 22nd is open. That not even weekly contract is open for this. Okay. So the liquidity you will get only in USD INR, the Euro INR, GBP INR and JPY INR. There is absolutely no liquidity is available. You will have some liquidity when there is a event is there, but otherwise generally you don't get any liquidity here. So the liquidity is available only in USD INR and we will trade only in USD INR. Just forget about the other pairs. It is not worth trading and then taking a huge risk because currency segment has a huge risk. The risk is same, equivalent to what we have in the equity markets, but here the contract sizes, the values are quite high, the margins are quite low, so the risk is also quite high. I'll come for all those points, whatever I am telling, I'll come for all those points. Okay, so this is the 8th of October expired contract. We will go through the contract specifications. You can see I have already opened and kit. We'll go through the contract specifications, so you will know that what that contract means. The same thing you can applicable, this is applicable for the equity derivative segment also. Here certain terms are different, like what I have explained before in this area, the option contract expiry and then the reference rate. Minor differences are there. We will go through that one by one. So we will go through the option contract specification for the USD INR option trading. Forget about the euro and other INR pairs. Like in the previous section what I told, this is not viable to trade. So say instrument type is options. The option type is European call and put options. That is why we call it PE and CE. So European style options means you know what is a European style option and American style option. The American style option can be exercised any time before the expiry. Okay. The European style options can be exercised only at expiry. Okay, means that is the major difference. All the contracts traded in the Indian markets are European options. Okay, so the premium price is quoted in Indian rupees and the unit of trading, one contract of the USD INR is equal to 1000 USD. Okay, just remember this, one contract, one lot means 1000 USD. So all the premium values will be multiplied by 1000. Okay, so the underlying is the exchange rate between USD and Indian rupees. The USD INR's regular exchange rate is basically the underlying order quotation. Okay, the tick size is 25 paisa, that is 0.0025. The currency USD INR is having a 4 decimal points. Normally the Indian rupee is 2 decimal point, but always the currency pairs has a 4 decimal points. So it moves at 0.0025 per tick. Okay. For the normal index options it is 5 paisa, 0.05, because we have got only 2 decimal points, but for the currencies it is a 4 decimal points, so it moves at 0.0025. Okay, and just see the trading hours. The trading hours are different, the ending time is different. Monday to Friday normal, like our market open days, it starts at 9 o'clock. There is no pre-open. The 9 o'clock the trading starts. Okay, and it ends at 5 p.m. not 3:30 like regular market. So it trades up to 5 p.m. in the evening, means after 1.5 hours after our market closes, the currency market will close. Okay, so the contract trading cycle is okay, means whatever, like 3 serial, 3 quarterly, weekly, means all those are there, but all those like we have already seen in the option segment, means the contract what is available we can trade. Okay, Number of strikes, they say 25 strikes, minimum 25 strikes should be available, but normally that much is not available in the weekly. In the monthly it is available, means 25 plus strikes will be available. And the strike price interval, what I told earlier, so it is at 25 paisa strike difference, like between the strike there is a 25 paisa difference is there. And price operating range is normal. Quantity freeze means this is the maximum number of lots you can put in a single order. Okay, you can put 10,000 lots in single order. You see the value is huge, the order value is huge. Why? It will come in the next section. Why the order value is huge, it will come in the next section, but just you remember that single order 10,000 lots. Okay, so base price similar, span margin, loss, extreme loss, and settlement of premium is similar to our regular option contract T plus 1. Okay, and the final settlement is T plus 2. That is okay, means the settlement of premium only will happen because we don't have any physical delivery, right? Everything is cash settled. Okay, big difference will come on the expiry or the last trading day. So this one in the next section also I have informed, means how we calculate the expiry. So the monthly expiry happens 2 days before the last business day. So for currently we are in the October 2021, we will see when is the monthly expiry for the USD INR contract. So the last working day is the 29th, because 30 and 31st are Saturday and Sunday. So 29th is the last working day. So 2 days before to the last working day, 27th is going to be the monthly expiry. Okay, but we will have a regular weekly expiry on 29th also. So this is a bit complicated. Just remember, not like our regular market equity contracts. The regular equity contracts, it always expires on a Thursday, and the monthly expiry happens on the last Thursday of the month, right? For the currencies, it is different. The expiry happens 2 working days before the last working day. Okay, for October the last working day is on 29th, so the monthly expiry happens on 27th. This is a regular monthly expiry. Every week on Friday the options will expire. So 1st, 8th, 15, 22 and 29. If, like for example, 15th is a holiday, the expiry will happen one day before, because we know that the 15th of October is a holiday this month. It happens on 14th of October. Regular weekly expiries will happen on a Friday. The monthly expiry happens 2 working days before the last day of the month, last working day of the month. So 29th is the last working day, so the expiry happens on 27th. We will go through the option chain with the expiry dates. That time you will know, means these contracts are available. Generally on a monthly cycle the liquidity is highest and the strike price availability is also highest, like regular equity options, that is more or less same. In a weekly contract, the number of strikes availability are a little bit less, may probably 6 strikes. We have seen in the previous section 5-6 strikes. Let us see the difference between the weekly expiry strike and the monthly expiry strike. I think the option chain is not working, but no problem. I'll try to do that one after some time. Okay. So the final settlement day is okay, last working day excluding Saturdays of the month, because the final settlement is T plus 2. So the expiry happens 2 days before. So that is what the final settlement is, the last working day of the month. Mode of settlement, like you can see, this is cash settled in Indian rupees. So we don't have any physical delivery involved here. So no need to worry about this one. Okay. So the final settlement price, what they call it as a FSP, that is the RBI reference rate on the date of expiry of the contract. Okay. So you need to be bit careful here. The RBI reference rate for that day's expiry comes at 5 o'clock. Okay. But the options expire at 12:30 p.m. Okay. It expires at 12:30 p.m. So you have to be a little bit careful. Don't allow your option to be at the money or slightly in the money. At least keep 2-3 strikes out of the money. If you are at a risk that your option is going either it is at the money or very close, better you close the option contract before 12:30 p.m. Do not allow the options to expire. Because if the option goes for a settlement, you have 4.5 hours left. Means the USD INR pair can move, the RBA reference rate can be different. So your option may become in the money and you might lose money also. If you are selling options, you might lose money also. Okay. So always try to close the your open positions by 12:30. Okay. Means don't leave like how we are doing for the other options, index options. Index option we know means the expiry time of the means closing time of the market and expiry time of the options are same, but in the USD INR it is not the same. So the options expire at 12:30 p.m. on every Friday, but the RBA reference rate comes at 5 o'clock. Okay. So there is a bit of a difference there. That is why I wanted to touch upon this. These are the differences in the contract. Okay. You can see what I told. 27th of October we have the monthly expiry. 29th of October we have weekly expiry. What I explained here, 29th have a weekly expiry. 2 working days before that will be the monthly expiry. That happens on Wednesday. Bit tricky, not like equity market. In the equity market we have one expiry, very clear. Weekly, monthly, everything will be on Thursday. But currencies, it is a bit different. We have the regular weekly expiries which happens on Friday, but there is a monthly expiry which happens 2 working days before the last business day. For October, the last business day is 29th, so 2 working days before, on 27th we have the regular monthly expiry. We'll have good liquidity here. We can go here and see. 22nd you see, not much strikes are available. You have few strikes only. Let us go to 27th. You can see huge amount is available. You see the liquidity. This is the regular monthly expiry. You see the liquidity. Huge amount of liquidity is available. So many contracts will be available. Okay, not like our equity segment. Equity segment, if you see Nifty index contract or Bank Nifty index contract, huge strikes will be there. Here, not much, but still, compared to the weekly, the monthly contracts are very liquid. Okay. And you have 29. This is a weekly expiry, still not open. You don't find anything. That is what I told. You get liquidity for the current week and for the current monthly expiry. Other weeks you don't get any liquidity. Forget about doing any calendar spread on currencies. It is not possible. It is not viable. You don't have the, if you want to take the next week contract is not available. The maximum what you can do the calendar spread on the monthly expiries, or if you still want to do weekly, you can do the monthly expiry and the previous week expiry. That week, the current week and the last week, you can do what you can do. You can take the current week and you can go and buy the monthly one. Means that is possible. But otherwise means like Nifty, we are doing the calendar, weekly calendar. That is not possible here. Okay. So let us see now. You have seen, means just forget about the other pairs. USD INR itself is like this, means don't worry about the other three contracts. There is absolutely nothing will be available on the weekly. Even the current week, nothing is available on the Japanese yen and Indian rupees. So there will not be anything. Just focus on the USD INR trades. So we will see what kind of margins we are going to pay for trading CDS.
Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. To find us on Twitter, Telegram and Facebook, use the username NiftyBN. Also, we post some of our trades to the community tab. So do not forget to check that from time to time.